A year of promises.
We have to establish borders and we have to build a wall.
And threats to decades-old U.S. policy.
The RAISE Act prevents new migrants and new immigrants from collecting welfare.
Under the premise of securing the country's borders and boosting the economy, have come as a blessing to President Trump's base. And anathema to millions more. Among them, undocumented millennial workers brought to the U.S. as children, beneficiaries of temporary protected status, refugees, and travelers from several, mostly Muslim countries. In diverse cities like New York, many spoke out.
This is about Trump consolidating power through fear. It has nothing to do with making us safe.
They're just in fear of us, and they should not be, because we are stronger all together.
But the hope of establishing a future in the U.S. has become more uncertain. After a year of court battles, Trump's travel order is for now in effect for travelers from 8 countries, 6 of them majority Muslim. Separately, his government cut the total number of refugees by more than half in 2017, even fewer in 2018. The next big push is family-based or chain immigration. Recent terror incidents in New York have emboldened the White House. Would-be terrorist Ullah prematurely detonated a pipe bomb near Times Square after coming to the U.S. from Bangladesh on an F-4 or family preference immigrant visa.
The president's policy has called for an end to chain migration, and if that had been in place, that would have prevented this individual from coming to the United States.
Family-based immigration policy, in existence since 1965, would be replaced with a merit-based approach that would cut legal immigration in half. Trump has also promised to get tough on illegal immigration, but the U.S. Immigration Agency removed some 14,000 fewer people than in 2016. Still, the number of immigration arrests increased, and immigration enforcement is staffing up. Meanwhile, beneficiaries of temporary protected status from Haiti, Sudan, and Nicaragua are set to become illegal in coming months after their TPS benefits were ended. In September, Trump ended the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program, for almost 800,000 young people brought to the country illegally as kids. Congress will have to decide their fate before March 2018. Many are terrified, while others have found a platform to push back.
For me, as a lawyer, I'm going to defend my community in court, in the law, but also I'm going to defend my community here in the streets, and we're going to elevate our voices.
Sanctuary jurisdictions like New York have limited their cooperation with federal immigration authorities because they say they need their resources to fight local crime and not tear communities apart. But the Trump administration has pushed back on that logic.
There's this falsehood that's being pushed out there that sanctuary cities protect immigrant communities. No, they put immigrant communities at risk of more arrests because they're forcing their hand to go into neighborhoods.
In November, a judge blocked threats to strip federal funding from sanctuary jurisdictions, calling them a violation of the Constitution. But as with the travel ban, the court fight isn't over. And Trump's signature promise to build a big, beautiful wall along 1,600 kilometers on the southern border has been reduced to a down payment of 119 kilometers in 2018. Ramon Taylor, VOA News, New York.